the entire internet. I'm going to ruin both of your ducking lives. Me waiting for young generations to invent a new rebellious music genre that shocks my generation. Little sibling cries. It's gonna be okay. Mom cries. I'm sorry, but I'm here for you, Mom. Dad cries. Okay, we adduct. When an impatient driver overtakes you, only to get stuck at the exact same light. Me every time I buy furniture that includes a hex wrench for assembly. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I keep it? I took French in high school and German in college. You don't speak either of those languages, but I did take them. Society when small babbies. That's body shaming. Society when small pens. Haha, that's so funny. Sure, they were extreme, but they kinda had a valid reason for their aggression. How it looks. How it feels. Late boomers when they see millennials struggling to buy a house with $5 and 3 peanuts. After being interrupted for the 4th time during a conversation. When South Park drops the season premiere and shuts down everyone at once. South Park. I didn't hear no bell. I don't care if AI replaces my job. I just need my boss to realize he's also replaceable. Everyone who took the stand against Diddy right now, laughing nervously. What the duck? Women can change their bed size. I can't change my nut size. It's genetics. Stop roasting me. Short men. First time. Animal that can move through the sky, sea, and land according to AI. Nature. Pornhub. I organize everything by category. Then why is lesbian always trending on straight accounts? Pornhub. Are you crazy? That's universal. Human imagination has no limits, mother duckers, when I tell them to imagine a new color. I wish I could go back in time to show people how smart I am. What's Pythagoras theorem? Pitha who? How the next episode looks at me when it's already 3 AM and I also have work tomorrow. When you turn the movie way up to hear the voices, but suddenly there's an action scene. Nobody is born cool, except of course, bus drivers who stop when they see you running. When I accidentally click on a live with 2 viewers, and the guy starts thanking me for joining his live. Fishing as a hobby and sport. Fishing as a livelihood and career. Male artists. I like drawing large-breasted women. Female artists. I like drawing large-breasted women. Caves in video games. Cool cave. I wonder what kind of loot I can find in there. Caves in real life. Oh boy, I can't wait to crawl in that cave and ducking die. Doctor, congratulations. You have a son, and he looks exactly like you. Me, instantly. So he's going to get ignored by girls too. I'm sorry, son. Pirate Software opening his subscribe account this last week. Holy Christ, there's nothing left. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I show nudity on new user feeds? HR. Stop being late all the time. Being late 5 minutes after months of perfect attendance. AI slop. Boomers. Burj Khalifa cost $1.5 billion. GTA 6 cost $2 billion. My body gives me signals to sleep the entire day. Me goes to bed. My body, well now I'm not doing it. Hogwarts students after finding out the room of requirement has beds and soundproof walls. Mr. Beast contestants when they make 10k a day doing absolutely nothing while sitting in a mansion. I miss my wife. You want a good time, honey? 11-year-old me. Hell yeah. Games with realistic graphics are the only ones that are fun to play. Okay. Diddy all lubed up and slipping through the bars in his cell. People when they hit adulthood for some reason. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I grow a beard? Gen Z studies for 25 years to get a job. AI. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Smart TV users, please. I don't understand what I did wrong. YouTube giving the mate unskippable ads. OpenAI when they scraped every intellectual property in existence without consent to make ChatGPT. OpenAI when Chinese company scrapes ChatGPT and makes a model free and open source. Hard to swallow pills. 10% of Europe has AC. You just won a match. They move you to the unemployed lobby. Mom, can I have a PS5? Mom, no, we have a PS5 at home. Home. Watching Jurassic movies for dinosaurs, but they keep giving more screen time to humans. Me. The evolution of the trash icon. 1995, 1998, 2000, 2001, 2006, 2015, 2025. It's 2075, and your daughter wants you to meet her boyfriend, but it's a ducking clanker. Mom, how did we get so rich? Your dad hugged an HR lady at a Coldplay concert, and I got 50% from the divorce. Other jobs. If you make a mistake, you can try again. You learn from mistakes. The surgeons. Well, here goes another one. Influencers. Content editors working till 3 AM. Look how far I climbed, and I'm not even tired. Korean police wondering why 456 people randomly go missing every year. Wait, Americans really believe there's no AC in Europe? I thought it was a joke. Disney or Marvel, whenever they make female main characters, it's time to be a butch. Go touch grass. My brother in Christ, I live in a concrete jungle. I literally can't. I'm the ducking goat. Am I even worthy of love? Guys. When you realize they are making an American spin-off of an original series. When police arrests me and says suspect has muscular build. Grok 4. Human brain. Needs a massive structure and a city's worth of power to run 1.7 trillion parameters. 20 watts. 100 billion neurons. Over 100 trillion possible connections. iOS 26 will pause FaceTime video calls when it detects nudity. Boyfriends who likes doing video flex calls. July 2nd is the middle day of 2025. Now we are closer to year 2050 than to year 2000. When your civilization is so awesome that the History Channel doesn't attribute your success to aliens. Guys trying to get with IG models. The cashier girls. Nature keeps men's tentacles outside for good temperature maintenance. Men, start wearing pants or underwear. Nature. My girlfriend convincing me to switch to iPhone. Me. Android. File saved successfully. Me. Where is it saved? Android. Dentist. How often do you brush your teeth? Patient. Every day. Patient's teeth. Australian firefighters that just recently put out a fire in the wilderness, watched as a hawk flew by and dropped a burning stick on dry grass, starting a new fire yet again. Lord Farquaad getting slowly digested while listening to the dragon and donkey ducking. My girlfriend's 12-inch BBC Dodo, my 3-incher. When you start writing on paper after typing 4 years. Dads brags about waking up early. Also dads 5 minutes after sitting on the couch. Blow my mind. Julius Caesar once built a fort around an enemy's stronghold in order to defeat the coming reinforcement and maintain the siege. When you marry an old man for his money and you die first. The cameraman at the Coldplay concert. American visiting Europe during a heat wave, realizing there is no AC. IT department fixing everyone's computers, but using a 10-year-old PC themselves. I guide others to a treasure I cannot possess. The hottest summer in history. 1 year has passed. The hottest summer in history. 1 year has passed. They don't teach you this in school. Look inside. Taught in school. Girls after they masturbate. I'm glad I came. Boys after they masturbate. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. HR after telling you that we are like a big family here. When she asks if I had a good day and I say no and vent to her, and then she makes a face like I gave her the Ike. What I look like in selfies. What I look like in the mirror. What I look like in my car's sun visor's mirror for some reason. UK citizens. Whole world enjoying tights on the internet. My fellow Americans. Please stop ordering at coffee shops as if you're in Starbucks. How chemistry teacher feels after teaching 4 proven wrong theories before teaching the actual one with 10 exceptions. You freeze and your life doesn't flash before you because you're too ducking scared to think. You just freeze and pull a stupid face. Video game at launch. Season 5. The opossum is able to withstand up to 80 rattlesnake or coral snake bites. Thanks to him, there is an antidote to poisonous snake venom. Please don't kill them. They don't get rabies, and they eat ticks. They're your friend. Wearing glasses because they look cool. Wearing them for sun protection. Wearing them so people don't notice when you fall asleep. When you were chilling with your millions, but a kid made a Play-Doh version of your characters for his YouTube channel. Me risking life and limb flirting with a witchy goth girl after Halloween. Is it an act of God or an act of Clod? Witchy goth girl after already completing her yearly sacrifice. You get a brand new computer, much better than the previous. Now you have to re-download everything. Files, games, apps, etc. No friends. Work stress. Dark thoughts. No friends. Work stress. Dark thoughts. Pornhub recommended for you page. Me to the HR department. Thanks. Loved my time being employed here. Me on Glassdoor. Christmas for children around the world. Krampus. Frau Perchta. Elf on the Shelf. Fahrenheit is the most intuitive temperature scale. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is very heat. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is very cold. Okay, so 50 degrees Fahrenheit is perfect. 50 degrees Fahrenheit is perfect, right? Sword Art Online creators after someone suggests a character that doesn't fall in love with Kirito after a small act of basic human kindness. Yeah, so this old bus station that isn't used anymore has been turned into parking spots. Mickey Mouse no longer belongs solely to the Walt Disney Company. On January 1st, 2024, an early version of the entertainment company's mascot, featured in Walt Disney's 1928 short film, Steamboat Willie, entered the public domain for the first time. An early version of Mickey Mouse is now in the public domain. Me, who has never watched a single episode of Squid Game, Stranger Things, or Breaking Bad, the internet. Will celebrity sex scenes in movies. You've never heard of one of these actors or movies. If all medications have side effects, how can doctors uphold their oath to do no harm? People will look different at something they feel attracted to. Me looking at my shutty food in the microwave at 3 AM. Man, woman, right, bulk, poor, rich, Asian, the players in mobile game ads. Sued for systematic financial abuse. You're stealing my editing style. Illuminati. We are going to build a 170 kilometers long city. It's just a concept and an architect's dream, right? Sources says the Bulls were not properly inflated during the Patriots and Chiefs game. Tom Brady, who will somehow find fault for this, even though he's retired. Family arguing on Christmas. 8-year-old me playing with toys. When you get so depressed, food doesn't comfort anymore, so you start losing weight naturally. Strunk. Bethesda. You use the same engine for over a decade and become a hero. From software. I do, and I become the enemy. Bethesda. That doesn't seem fair. People who sleep with the lights on. People who sleep in the darkness. Me who uses the lights of my Wi-Fi router as a night light. gluten-free cookies and oat milk, a plate of dog peep. Clash of Clans players, after waiting 10 days for an upgrade to finish, just to start another upgrade which will take 11 days. Everyone being concerned about the bulk rhino going extinct. Javan rhino. There's only 76 left. Swolgen brothers on Instagram, after they do steroids and their muscles get big. Welcome to downtown Coolsville. Scene walkers in 2023, when they have to pretend to be a person, but it's a trend to pretend to be a scene walker, so they can just be themselves to pass off as a human. It's free real estate. Me waiting for fast food restaurants being obligated to post realistic photos and stop getting away with false advertising. Remember, if you die you are dead, and thus should stand up and walk it off, as experts say that taking time to process things can greatly help one overcome them. Also, friendly reminder, you still have 379 more years of service to go before you repay in full for the highly advanced and expensive piece of military equipment you lost. Now step in that power armor. We have a horde of scorched exactly 5 miles out. Hop 2. We don't want to start World War III because the poor investors would suffer. Remember, most supermodels, that one girl at the mall you will never see again. Taking your earrings off to fight. Taking your cochlear implants off to fight. Me watching all the kids unwrapping their PS5 on Christmas morning and feeling happy for them, cause I know I won't ever get a gift like that. Fully trained German Shepherd for sale. It may eat your kids too, but remember to call 911. You and your girlfriend did the dirty in a public place, only to later find out there is 24/7 surveillance cameras. Life online, life outside, inside your own head, the simulation. The most important and complex organ in the human body can only receive blood from the most vulnerable part of the human body. POV. 8-year-old you opening TV on the time of your favorite show. You find a different show playing. When you're in that blissful purgatory of being between holidays, where there's nothing to do except eat sweets and watch movies. I never knew being fat and lazy was so rewarding. When you buy an online game, just to realize your internet connection snacks. What have I done? Seeing a random photo knowing it will lead to someone's OnlyFans account. My spider senses are tingling. ADHD, severe depression, anxiety, the salt's a rotten and neurotransmitter left in my brain. Me if I got $1 for every time my mom lost at least 20 minutes on the road because she didn't trust the GPS. Me being overweight, the domestication of wheat. Every time I notice a massive plot hole, wait, but that doesn't make sense. Why? My spouse, it's a movie. Huh, you're not on our list. Of course not, because I don't belong here. I mention a moment from the video, but don't put timestamp. Any convenience store, me trying to enter. You got any change? Get out of my way. When you're always coming up with life quacks and your family hates you for it. Forgive me, Father, for I have engineered. What is your solution? Me, about to eat. Trash recommendations. Have to search. You know why you're always so desperate to tiger people online? Imagining that you have the power to upset a stranger is the closest you'll ever come to real strength. We can't get wings because Hooters doesn't deliver. They should start a delivery service and call it knockers. When you work in data entry and you have to get used to not renaming files 2023 automatically by habit. Me thinking I did a great job by completing an assignment. The remaining 7 assignments, a project, and 2 quizzes I have to take. Frog of the Swamp, share us your wisdom. Ben 10 came out 18 years ago. Me, last night, delighted to finish up work for Christmas. The child waking up at 1 AM covered in shut. Me and my kids on the Santa Tracker website watching as he completely skips over our small country to head straight to the US. The mugger trying to rob me, a pickpocket artist who already stole their actual gun 10 minutes ago and replaced it with a fake one that fires a stick with a sign that says dang. Me trying to sleep in 2 AM. Neighbor who's still building the house for 10 years. Me at 1 AM on a school night thinking if I should drink thug it out, eat, smoke, or clean my whole room. Me. My wallet. The best game demo I've ever played in full release. You think AI image generation is bad and shouldn't be used since it can replace the work of artists. Yup. But you are fine with photography used as a tool to create images, even though it replaces the work or realism artists. Yup. And you are fine with using CGI as a tool to create images, even though it replaces practical effects artists. That makes sense to me. So accept AI image generation as a tool to create images. Ban AI. Go hire some artists. When the Sigma mindset guy realizes he'll have to work more than 9 to 5 to start his own business. My teacher and mother congratulating me on making honor roll in 9th grade. Me who low-key bullshitters was through. YouTube Shorts comment section. TikTok comment section. Instagram Reels comment section. Marvel cuts ties with Jonathan Majors following guilty verdict. Amber Heard and Ezra Miller. A little late for us. Me struggling at math. The organic chemistry tutor. Drawing more realistic and detailed noses. Drawing more simplified and cartoony noses. Me. Fast asleep. Excited for all that Creed merch from Santa. Smile. Do you want to know how I got these scars? Studying harder for tests. Rewarding myself by watching some feel-good movies. Exercising more often. Getting a job. When the teacher walks up to you during an exam and looks at your paper, then shouts out, "Guys, please make sure you read the questions carefully." People who fall asleep to calming music. People who fall asleep to natural ambience. People who fall asleep to ASMR. Me, who falls asleep to horror stories. Literally everyone.